Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, so this is a simple drawing which explains two basic principles of light, reflection and refraction, but for a visually impaired user group, this is for blind kids. So over here, the first thing we need to know that a blind kid cannot see anything. For him, everything is understood by touching and feeling. So the dimensions of the toy have to be something which can be easily distinguished by him. Right, the components should be easily distinguished. It cannot be very small or compact.
Okay.
It has to be something like he can see that this is a rotating wheel. He can see that this is a laser. Okay, he can feel this is a laser and I can rotate it like this. This is a sensor. Okay, which he can rotate like this and which will detect the laser. Alright? And this is the center. There's a texture difference over here. This is metal and this is wood. So he knows that he has to place it like this. The refracting medium which can be a prism or a glass slab or anything. Okay? Once he gets to know all these components, then when he needs to switch on the then he can switch on the laser and there are slots provided over here and he can just mark from where the light ray is hitting. Okay? And you can see that this is how refraction is happening, right? We can see this.
Yeah.
Okay, we have sight. But a blind person will not be able to figure out where the light is falling on the other side or whichever side of the circle it is. Okay? He knows I've switched it on, he knows I've marked it, he knows I've put something in between. Now what happens? Now there is a sensor which he can rotate all around the axis. So this detects the light ray. Okay? So basically this is meant to be played in a classroom environment where there is less of ambient light. The sensor can be refined even more. Right now I don't know if it is. Basically it is beeping because of too much of ambient light.
Okay.
So he gets the audio feedback. Once he gets an audio feedback, he can just take a pen and put it in this slot like this. So he knows where the light ray ended, right? Then he can keep this on or switch it off or whatever. But in this, he knows only the starting point and end point. He still doesn't know how the light has traveled. Okay? For that we have two metal scales. One is always with this. So there are dots over here which they can feel. Just the same way they feel their braille script. Okay?
Yeah.
So basically initially we had thought of putting pegs also, but since their tactile senses are much well developed than a normal kid, even these holes are sufficient for them to understand that light is traveling like this on a linear fashion and over here in a single line. Okay? And so this is the path which has been taken by light. Now, if he removes this, the sensor won't be. You'll have to again move this and understand where the light is falling. Now this time since there is no refracting medium in between, he will be detecting it somewhere here. He'll be marking it over again and this time he'll know that now I have not placed anything in between, this is traveling straight. Alright? Once he gets this basic feel, the basic idea of refraction, then he can use this learning in order to use various possible combinations. He can use prisms of different refractive indices, he can use a glass slab, he can place a mirror which has reflection, he can even place a glass of water. Anything which is entered in air and anything which provides refraction or reflection can be kept in between and he can play around and he can explore the various possibilities in which light can travel and he can simultaneously keep on filling the slots. So this is the first phase of learning and then playing. After that, if we take it to a more advanced level, more scientific if you call it, then you can teach them how to calculate the refractive index of this glass prism. What happens? Now he needs to know the angle between these 2 points. Now for him there has to be something like some dots or something through which he can count, something through which he can feel and count the angle, right? So we made dots at intervals of 10 degrees. Okay? So it goes like this. If we start from here, it will be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now, the important thing over here is we had initially thought of doing 360 degrees marking. So what happens in case of a blind user? If it's a blind child of 10 to 12 years age, but what he'll be doing, he'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is too complex. This is too difficult and this is too long-winded.
That's right.
He's not attaining what his objective is quicker. There has to be a faster feedback. So what can be done? Initially, you can give him an approximate idea of how to measure the angle. Once he's more habituated to this thing, then you can start increasing the dots. You can stick more the limit points. After that, increase 5 points. Then increase 10 points. Then the sensibilities are more refined. Then you can get a more accurate measurement of the refractive index. Actually, there was some problem in this also. Basically, what we had thought ergonomically this would be better for a blanket. He can hold this as a handle and he can move this. What happens? This part of the semicircle is fine. The problem which she found in your study was this becomes difficult. Ergonomically, if you see, if his hand measurements will be either 9 or less than 9. So this is time. But this becomes cumbersome. So there what we find out, it is easy if we do this.
Okay.
It is easy if we just need to move this, pencil automatically moves. I need not move or I need not move around the table. I am a blind person. So that's all.
Very nice.